Legendary astronaut Bill Anders, who took what is widely considered the most famous photo of our planet, has died in a plane crash. His final moments caught on camera as the aircraft he was piloting nosedived into the water off the coast of Washington state. Dana Griffin reports a warning for you. Some may find the video disturbing.
Tonight, an NTSB and FAA investigation is underway into the single-engine two-seater plane crash that killed famed NASA astronaut and former Air Force Major General Bill Anders. A couple watching wildlife off the coast of San Juan County, Washington, capturing this moment. The 90-year-old pilot, the only person on board taking a nosedive.
It was inverted, went into this barrel roll loop thing, tried to pull up before it hit the water, but it was too low.
The plane crashes into the water, bursting into flames. Hours later, Anders' body is pulled from the water. In 2018, Anders talked with NBC's Harry Smith about his career.
Probably the world's best fighter pilot, but we don't talk about that.
Before astronauts could set foot on the moon, the Apollo 8 crew first had to prove they could fly round the moon and back.
Wow, that's pretty.
And it was the photo he took, dubbed Earthrise, that became a part of history.
When the Earth came up over the lunar horizon, that's when it really impressed me as to how much more delicate the Earth was and colorful.
His family saying in a statement they are devastated. He was a great pilot. He will be missed. NASA Administrator Senator Bill Nelson writing on X, Anders offered to humanity among the deepest of gifts. He traveled to the threshold of the moon and helped all of us see something else, ourselves.
I'll keep flying as long as I can crawl in the airplane.
A love of flying and a legacy that went beyond the Earth. Dana Griffin, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.